Hi guys, this is Grant from the Very Serious Hunting Podcast. I am about to load up my truck to go on an ice fishing trip, so I thought I'd show you guys kind of how it works. First of all, this is a 2017 Ram 1500. It is the crew cab with the 6'4" 4-inch bed. I am 6'1" on a good day, so I just about barely fit. It's a snug top with a carpet liner inside. This was originally purchased for my St. Bernard to go camping with us when we take to our RV, but she's not going to be coming with me this weekend. I have a bed rug in here, mostly for her to be able to grip, but it's really nice when you're walking around on your knees in there. I will say that the bed itself comes out fairly easily. It is kind of engineered to wrap around the wheel well, and then there's a turnbuckle here in the corner to keep it from sliding when I take corners at Mach 2. My recovery box is a very important piece of equipment that I have always had with me, except for the one time that I didn't, and I am still currently regretting that, so more to come on that. In here is mostly emergency equipment. I've got a kinetic rope, tow strap, jumper box, all sorts of fun stuff, a 12-volt air pump, various tools, but one of the reasons that I like it so much is that it doubles as a nightstand. So I can put my bag of clothes on here and push it all the way up to the front. It lets me get my clothes out in the mornings, so I don't have to get out of my sleeping bag to get dressed. All right, so the bed. It is comprised out of mostly scrap wood. It has 1.25" or 1/4" plywood on top. It has 2x10s running up and down the entire length with some supports across the middle to support me and whatever I put on here. This is a memory foam mattress that I took from my 10-year-old when we upgraded his bed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is where my sleeping bag and pillow will live for the drive over. Okay, scene 2. This is where we talk about my drawer, which is probably my most favorite part about this system because it kind of effectively doubles my storage and also lets me lock things under the bed with just the tailgate locking. People can get in through the glass if they want. Can't really fix that, but they would have one hell of a time getting into the drawer under the bed with the tailgate locked. So first of all, we're going to talk about the sections. I've got one here. This one fits all my rifle cases, my shotgun cases. It'll fit broken down fishing poles. It's great for stuff like that depending on what I'm about to go do. These are 2 panels, insulated bubble wrap, that Velcro up around my windows inside. Those are for insulation, obviously keeping the light out, all sorts of stuff, keeping people from looking in at me, fun things of that nature. And then this is the part that gets used most often, stuff that I need the quickest access to, whether it be water bottles for the kids or somebody's dehydrated in the mornings, nitrile gloves. I've got a hammock in here just in case you need to take a quick nap. But today we're going to load it for ice fishing. So I'm going to slide it into place. And in it, we're going to put 6-inch ice auger. This is my deer shelter, or deer blind, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Works for turkey, deer. Hopefully we don't need it on the ice, but I'm going to take it just in case. It's in there just fine. Extension cord, we'll talk about that in a minute. And then a shovel, just because we're going to be in the snow and we don't know if we need to shovel out places to drill through the ice or whatever. So that's all going to go in there. Door shuts, and that's that. All right, and we're back. So now we're going to talk about the sled, which is what I think the most important piece of equipment I could have for this. When it's not being used for hauling gear, which is what we'll talk about. The kids mess around in it. So keeps them busy while I'm busy not catching fish. I will say that this is a extra large Chappelle jet sled. Not sponsored yet, but here we go. I've added a couple of things to it, mainly just the longer rope and then something to wrap around my waist as I'm walking so my hands can be free for spud bars or White Claws. So now we're going to load it. Everything that we put in it, everything that I take, the ice auger, all the stuff fits in here, but for transport, like I said, we leave the things in the drawers and we keep it kind of so I can fit it in here. So first, I have a bucket. It's got little cute rod holders on it. This is a new thing to me. I'm going to check it out on the ice this trip. Hopefully it works awesome. But this works great for a garbage can for all of the kids to throw all of their trash into. Second up is another bucket. This is one that I just kind of constructed myself. A guy that I duck hunt adjacent to showed me about this. It gets you a little bit higher off the ground, and it comes apart pretty easily, so you can use it for storage as well. He claims to fit 5 snow geese in one of these. I don't know, seems a little aggressive, but what are you gonna do? This also will double as my tackle box for ice fishing. So all my lures, jigs, everything like that. Various baits. My jaw jacker, which is pretty fun. I'm hoping to get it to actually work this time. It would have worked last time if we had fish biting, but we didn't. And then this is just an extra little thing of my tungsten jigs. The lake that I will be fishing on has a lead restriction, so everything has to be steel or tungsten or artificial, no lead. So this goes like this, lays down. Thank you, Jill. I have a lovely assistant today. The buckets also double as seats. So the one that I assembled has the swivelly seat on top. This one fits on top of the Yeti, just in case you want to sit down somewhere that's not freezing cold. And then my backpack. I use this backpack for pretty much everything. It has currently my lunches in it, spare gloves, hand warmers, jet boil. It'll have water. It's got some safety gear, ice picks. It's got a first aid kit. It even has a throwable, inflatable ring. So it's one of those kinds that if it gets wet, it expands, but you can also pull the cord and it turns into a safety ring and you can toss it to somebody, God forbid they fall through the ice. So this just comes up, slides right in, and that's where it's gonna live. Next, I took some liberties from some YouTube channels and I built this just to keep all my rods upright. This fits perfectly in the sled as well. Like I said, everything fits in the sled for transport purposes. But this is just a little milk crate. It's got some 1.25 PVC pipe that I cut little slots into for the reels to go in. Zip tied, and then to keep it from rotating, especially on these side ones, I just sunk a little 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch self-tacking screw. This goes right here, very purposefully. So I can push that all the way up. And we're about there. Can't forget my boots. These are brand new to me. Hopefully they keep me as warm as my last pair without the steel toe. Brand new ice scoop as well, because doing it with your hands sucks. And then the very most important part, my favorite part about this whole thing, is my little blue cooler. I keep it towards the back because the first thing that I want to do when I get to where I'm going after driving for 6 or 7 hours is to have an ice cold adult soda. So it stays at the back right here. Lets me access it to load it with ice, or get stuff out of it. And then the most important thing about it is it doubles as a step. So it comes out when I get to where I'm going, I have my soda, set it down, and then I can access the in and out of the truck a little bit easier. So that is pretty much how I load my truck for this ice fishing trip. I will be going to Lake Bonaparte to compete in a ice fishing derby. I've never done this before. And so some of this gear is specific to that. Mainly in the cab, there is a space heater and a boot dryer. We will be staying at an RV site, me and a buddy, another pro staffer, Teddy, shout out. So we have electrical hookups, and I figure, why the hell not? Let's keep it warm. It's supposed to get down to 7 degrees. I have plenty of bedding for that, but if I can have it extra warm, why not, right? If I was not going ice fishing at a RV spot, the boot dryer and the sorry. Nope, keep it. The boot dryer and the space heater would be swapped out for a little buddy and some propane cans. I can use that on top of the cooler at night if I need to, or whatever. Stop laughing, Jill, it's not that funny. Kind of wrapped all this up. This is how I travel when I'm by myself. So if I want to be light and cheap, I can camp pretty much anywhere. The curtains kind of block people from seeing what I'm doing in there. Generally, if it's with the family, with the kids. We're in a hotel, we're in a cabin, we have an RV that we can take places. So this is strictly for me when I want to be quick and light and cheap. I'm planning on taking off straight after work tomorrow and going the 6 hours to where we're going and camping, and then getting up and ice fishing, coming home the following day. So it's a nice, quick, easy way for me to get out for a little quick weekend trip. Any questions, comments, anything like that, I will do my best to try and keep up with, or somebody will. I can link some of the things that I have in here through Amazon. If you guys are interested, just let me know. This is my first YouTube video, if you couldn't tell. So thanks for watching, and wish me luck. Thank you.